and welcome back to
really
the Chaotically Conquering podcast. Thanks. I've been practicing. I haven't.
You've been practicing for your big moment because I usually do it.
You know what? It's time we have some more representation in this podcast.
Representation for what? You're gay. I'm mentally ill.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Representation.
So we're both drinking a green tea right now for you audio listeners.
Because I'm hungover.
I got an iced green tea with extra shaken and 2 stevias. Kind of a pretty name, Stevia.
Stevia.
Hey, Stevia.
Girl, Stevia, what the fuck are you doing later? I don't know why I'm cursing a lot.
Stevia is so fake. Get it? Because it's an
Did you hear what
alternative
Stevia
sweetener.
said about me?
So sorry if we seem a little,
Hungover. We need the caffeine of the green tea.
Yeah, it's like literally like 6:20 p.m.
We just got off our red flight.
Yeah.
Our red
eye
flight.
Get the facts right before you.
A red flight from the Soviet Union.
Just got back. Just got back from LAX. Got back from LAX. LAX anyway. From the private jet. It was so claustrophobic. I hate airplanes. What about you?
Me too. I just wanted one painted in gold. I don't know how to lie about airplanes.
Literally when we were on the flight, Vanessa literally
literally threw up.
Yeah, and I needed to use
because there's no fucking like gravity, it just like floated everywhere.
Yeah, and I really needed to pee, and you wouldn't move out. You got the aisle seat, and I had to you were literally passed out, and I could not.
That's a you
get
problem.
To the restroom.
Just walk around it. We were in New York City. Did you say that? Did you say where we went?
I said LA.
You said we got back from LAX.
Sorry, I have
we
wires
went
all over
from
me.
New York City. We were
Miami, Ibiza, straight from LA to Africa.
Ha!
Yeah, I know my continents.
You know your Kanye.
Hey, I know my continents, but I'm incontinent.
We're moving on. Anyways, last night, we were recovering alcoholics from last night because we went to Taylor Swift night.
And you bet Taylor Swift was kind of there.
She was there. It was me. I am the reincarnated Taylor Swift.
You're just gonna sip after saying that?
Yeah, because it's true.
Okay, I mean Taylor Swift's not dead, you know. You can't reincarnate a living person.
Have you not seen the Reputation music video?
So you're like those Taylor Swift tribute artist or what?
Yes. But every single thing I do is a tribute.
Do you think those exist? Like a Taylor Swift tribute?
I think it's too soon.
Do they have to
I think
die?
there's impersonators and not tributes.
I would love to see that actually. I would pay money to see.
Yeah,
I
just go to a drag brunch.
Oh, you're right. Wait, you're right.
Have you ever been to a drag brunch?
No, I would love to though. I would love to.
Oh, okay.
We'd have to head out to LA for that.
I'm typing it into our itinerary. Our chauffeur will drop us off there.
No, yeah. So we went to Taylor Swift night, and we're a bit tired.
Well, but tired because we were jumping.
We were jumping. It was like a party.
It was. I think. What were we scared about? We were nervous.
A lot of things. I was scared about being surrounded by little kids because I mean
Taylor Swift is for the children.
I know it's an 18 and up event.
Yeah.
But people who are 18 were born in what? 2004.
Yeah.
And that's frightening.
Imagine having a birthday and you're 2004. No.
I cannot. I can't get.
We're not ageist.
No.
But there's just something uneasy about the fact being born in the 2000s.
Yeah, and I'm not yelling on my lawn kind of deal, you know.
Yeah, we're not old.
I think I'm just scared of aging, where it's I project that as a fear of younger people.
So you're scared of younger people.
Even though we're still pretty young, you know?
We're in our prime.
But I will admit, these young people are, they slay. They knew way more songs than I did, and I honestly...
They knew One Direction.
Yeah. That's weird, because One Direction, didn't, existed before they were born.
Did they break up, when did they break up? When they were, in kindergarten?
Okay, to set the scene for both visual and audio listeners on this podcast, we went to a Taylor Swift night, and it was hosted by Club 90s
LA.
Club 90s LA, which is kind of like a touring DJ set.
Yes.
And it was just this one, imagine just one white guy who's wearing,
I forgot about that.
He's wearing an Etsy made 1989 shirt.
It was not Etsy made. It was made by the company because they were selling it.
Oh, it was made by the company.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. Isn't that copyright? Anyways.
I don't know.
But it's just this guy on his MacBook, and there's a projector, and
he was playing YouTube lyric videos.
literally, he was playing YouTube lyric videos. There was literally
the lyrics were on screen, but I've seen those lyric videos,
and it was low res
yeah.
too, and they had the watermark too for some
for
videos.
YouTube?
Yeah.
So wait,
and
how did
it's just
what if an ad came up?
That'd be so funny if he didn't have ad block or something. But it was literally this guy on his MacBook with his trackpad clicking through his YouTube playlist.
He's like, you guys are gonna cry to this one, and then puts the most basic ass song.
Yeah. And he wasn't even DJing, I would say. He wasn't mixing. There was no there's no fades or crossovers.
Yeah, it wasn't I'm in a getaway car and then
yeah, it was not what I expected.
No, he was just playing music.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it. That's how
that's
it's
it.
But I mean, even at a regular club, they play
they mix the songs.
Yes, there's literally a DJ.
Yeah. When the beat drops, it drops, and then we transition right away into another song.
Yes, and it's euphoric. It's pleasing. It's
yes,
what I came
exactly.
for.
It's pleasing.
So I mean, my overall general impression, I enjoyed it, especially near the end. In the beginning, he was playing some really
the
what
beginning
do you think?
was not it.
I think you're definitely a Taylor fan.
Yeah, the vibe was not mixing well until the very end. Mm-hmm. It was bop after bop, and we were trying to leave, and we couldn't because he kept playing bop after bop. So yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I enjoyed the night, but it was just the fact that
it seems like he was trying to be really inclusive of the Taylor of the Swifties.
Okay, but first of all, he's I bet you guys don't know this unreleased track when she released it.
Yeah, it's dude, do you even know?
Exactly. I feel you need to know the artist to host an event.
Yeah. And of course people are going to react positively when you play a Taylor Swift song because this is Taylor Swift night.
It's Taylor Swift night.
So I mean, it's not people were booing him to get off the stage because he was a crappy DJ. It's not I would have done that.
Yeah.
But
no,
I would have done that.
You would have done that if we got barricade?
Honestly, I could have done what he was doing. I could have done
anyone could have done what he was doing.
And I could have probably arranged the songs better. I mean, again, I don't want to seem like I'm complaining because I did enjoy it.
We're not complaining because we genuinely enjoyed it, but the fact that we expected something and we didn't get it.
Yeah. I was because I mean, the brand is Club 90s, club.
That's why, and it's a very big brand. Everybody knows it, and I really was expecting something different.
Yeah, but yeah, he did play. He played Love Story at the end. He played. He played 22. He played.
But that was all at the end.
My tears, or not my tears. Ricochet.
My tears. Teardrops on my guitar. My tears ricochet is what you're saying?
Yeah.
That would have been depressing.
Dude played Exile. I
would have rather had
Dude played Champagne Problems.
I understand Champagne Problems. But
but none of these are I mean yeah, Taylor Swift makes sad songs.
But he was upbeat. sad song.
Yes,
Upbeat,
yes.
sad song. It's like
And
it wasn't.
It was
like,
rough.
It didn't mix well.
Yeah, it was. It didn't mix at all. Period. And it was really rough on the edges. It was like really abrupt, and I mean, it is what it is.
I guess
it was a cheap event.
Yeah, it was it.
How much we pay for that? Like
15.
15?
20? 15,
oh wow,
20, yeah.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, for a night, we spent probably like 3-ish hours, a little more than that.
Yeah.
At
Yeah, because we couldn't leave.
Yeah. I honestly, that was the first event that I've gone to since
The pandemic?
Since the pandemic, I felt pretty safe. Like they were checking.
It was pretty
vaccinations.
safe. Like, and I didn't feel like anyone was spitting on me other than you. So I felt pretty
Thanks.
safe.
Yeah. No, yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like.
He did it. He did it.
I was gonna start saying it. I'm
How does it go?
I'm kind of inspired. Estes, a friend of mine. You got me lost.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's kind of this last night's event. First of all, I enjoyed it. It got me messed up. I'm tired
It
now.
messed me up.
But
I had to go to work the next day.
Yeah, at 7 a.m. I kind of want to go to more events now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not go to the One Direction night just because I was scared anytime they played a song.
Dude, literally when they played One Direction, I was like, first of all, Taylor
Why?
night? Yeah. And second of all, everyone in this room knows the lyrics.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know.
I know.
I know. Life is beautiful.
And I knew, like, unashamedly, I know some One Direction songs. Like, I can sing the whole song. But even though I knew the whole song that was playing in that club, I did not really want to, like, I felt like I didn't want to sing it.
I felt like I didn't want to sing it because, like, if I sang it wrong, I would have been mobbed, and I most likely would have sang it wrong.
Yeah. I do miss like that really like the sound of like being in a concert venue.
Yeah, it felt very much like a flat concert.
Yeah. Oh, what do you mean?
It was all general admission.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can see it. We're all like in the arena. Like I can see it. But yeah. But no, it wasn't.
We got pit.
Yeah, we were in the pit.
But yeah, there's a lot of people there. I honestly, it was. Nice.
But I felt safe though.
Okay, so besides that, a little update on our night out last night.
In a long time.
I hope to have more nights come up in the future, especially, as we chaotically conquer our 20s and getting out of this pandemic. I got it at it in somewhere. Hopefully there will be no more.
Oh, there's another strain. Just
Huh? I'm sorry?
There's another strain or variant. I don't know what's it classified as. But
Hold on.
you didn't know?
No.
That's because apparently like everyone in China is going back to work from home because there's like an outbreak.
Well, good thing I'm quitting my job. Also, yeah, I'm still. I know we mentioned in the last episode.
How do
that
you
I quit my
feel?
job. Oh, a little follow up.
Yeah. Care to give us a little follow up?
A little weekly update. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel okay. At first, I felt like awkward because I was like I started telling some people that I'm gonna leave, and then when that simmered, I started feeling like weird, like, oh my god, I don't belong
People
here.
know, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm still, I didn't tell the whole office that I've quit. And this is something that I face every time, like, I resign. And I don't quit, like, I think I've just left all my jobs. But every time I've, like, quit my job, I always have that weird, like, feeling of, like I'm bad.
Ew, I did something bad.
Yeah, and I don't think that should be.
No, because I think
I don't think I should be ashamed of leaving a job for trying to better myself and pursuing my own interests and passions and what I truly like, and not wanting to, constantly feel like I feel like shit every day because I hate my job, Right?
Care to elaborate?
Well, okay. The gist of it, the fact of the matter is, like, I'm gonna be leaving this office, so I feel like more and more, like, the things that I do and the things that I contribute to this office and, you know, to my job are effectively null. Like, it's effectively like, you know, zilch. Like, so I'm kind of at a point. I have about 10 business days left in this office, and I'm trying to make it so that, like, I just take it easy. Like, I just ride the wave.
Because, I mean, like, you can't also take on a big project if you're going to be leaving soon.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
No.
And I'm just going to get my money.
Get your money.
Get my bag.
Get your bag.
And then leave and move on. But yeah, I think this first week that's gone by has been pretty quick. I did hit a wall at one point. I was like, man, I just want to quit now.
Yeah.
But at one point I was like, you know, this job isn't that bad. But not to a point where I want to take back my letter of resignation.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just committing. I'm going full send.
You already hit the send.
I hit the send button.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's happening, and I feel good. I feel good now. I don't feel completely free of the chains of capitalism.
Oh.
But I'm.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna have to get another job.
Yeah, I'm about to get back in the grind.
Yeah. But it's nice that you're gonna take a little time off to, like, recollect yourself and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Recollect myself, look at everything, like, before me, and just, like, really, really ponder and take the time. So I'm actually planning on traveling. Hopefully, I don't know about international travel.
Yeah, I feel like for me, international travel is still kind of, like, a little scary.
Sketchy, yeah. Especially what's going on in the world right now. I don't think I'll be heading to Europe anytime soon yet.
Oh, I was like, what's going on in the world? And then I remember that we saw a little girl violining for Ukraine.
Yeah. So sweet of her.
Children are very innocent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to stomp on her a little.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know how to describe it, but the fact that, like, she thinks she's...
Okay, for context, for context. I was picking up Vanessa before our shoot today, and she lives in a, kind of, I would describe it as a relatively quiet neighborhood, which is surrounded by kind of the bustle and hustle of what is, like, SoCal. And this girl, like, on the corner of the street, she's playing the violin. I would say I'm so bad at, like, describing
Were you
ages.
able to hear her?
No. She didn't. It's not an electric violin. It's just an acoustic, so you can barely hear it.
I feel like she's 9 because I think she's the same little girl who, like, was touring the street. And she was, like, acting like she was a tour guide, and her, like, little siblings were following her, and she's like, "That's a dandelion."
Oh, that's
blah 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 blah
kind
blah
of
blah.
wholesome. That's actually high key wholesome.
I feel like she's 9.
Okay, that's okay. Let's
because I feel like once you hit 10, you start to kind of, like, open your eyes a little bit more to the world.
And realize that the world is fucked up.
Yeah. How do you think?
Is that how you feel? Her parents? 10 years old?
Her parents are probably, like, watching the news to, like, get updated on Ukraine, and, like, and she's like, "What's Ukraine? What's happening?"
Yeah, like, Googles.
Yeah.
And then she sees, like, images
and she's like, "Oh my god, what can I do for them?"
Yeah.
Oh my god, play the violin in the corner.
Stop.
Someone gave her money though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was essentially, like, playing violin for money, which I'm assuming will donate to Ukraine.
Or do you think she's a pick-me girl?
And she's leveraging the war to
because
get attention for herself.
I don't think she's gonna, like, donate the money. I think she's gonna use it to buy a cutie cuff.
These are really mean assumptions. Okay, I'll be the angel, I guess, in this shoulder.
We're playing good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop. Like, she had a whole sign that had, like, almost like a thermometer. You know, when people, like, track, like a big thermometer.
I didn't see that.
It's like a visual to track, like, how much money she's
like
made.
in charities.
Yes. So essentially, she's running kind of a charity, like.
But also, she's, like, hidden inside the neighborhood.
Yes.
No one was gonna see her.
Yes, that's why I think it's kind of laughable and almost like, why, like.
It's laughable and, like, kids would be kids.
Yeah. And,
not laughable and, like, we're laughing at her.
Oh no, yeah. It's like, she should probably be doing this on, like, a more main street, but.
Like, laughing at her like I was laughing at that college girl.
College girl.
When the jaywalked.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember why I was laughing at her.
But yeah, I was going to pick up Vanessa in her little neighborhood, and this girl was playing the violin, raising money for Ukraine, and it's not a very busy neighborhood intersection. But she did solicit a couple dollars, I think, from a nice man. It looks like he saw her, got out of his car, and just gave her a couple bucks. But yeah, I think if she wants to make more money, she should be doing it in like a more public area.
Yeah.
But of course,
she should go like a little more down the street where the Trumpies are.
Really? Do you think she'll make more money,
with
or will she get killed?
I meant.
Huh?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Sorry, I don't know if we're actually like
thinking of the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go into war. Do you want to go to war?
Internally, I think I am at war.
That's called a civil war.
With the right part of my brain and the left part of my brain? Succeed!
Succeed? Secede.
Succeed in your secession.
Oh, that's deep.
Thanks.
But honestly, I think it was wholesome. It was nice to see that, people.
It's nice to see that there's still pure hearts in this world.
Yeah, people are like going out.
My heart is not.
And like unconditionally showing their support for Ukraine. Besides the internet, like she was out on the street, like playing her violin. It's pretty symbolic, and it seems like it didn't seem like she was like filming herself or like putting it on TikTok or like for the views.
She's doing it for the views in her brain.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's an interesting take. Like, do you think we've been wired by TikTok and social media
to do like things like that?
Yes, because it's triggered like a dopamine pattern.
She is part of like a new generation that we don't understand. Apparently, they're called glass tappers.
Oh, that's a good one. Glass tappers. Yeah.
Because they just do this.
Can I hear your swipe? Glass tappers. That's a really good
next episode we'll be interviewing a glass tapper.
It's kind of how do I say
dystopian.
Yeah. I remember when Black Mirror came out and people were like, you know why it's called Black Mirror? Because when you turn your screen off, you see yourself in the
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Oh really?
Yeah, I only watched one episode. And that was because it was homework.
Oh, you got to watch Black Mirror for homework. Wow, to be a
film student. Anyways.
But yeah, to sum it up, we're getting through today. We just got out of the party last night. Honestly,
we just got in.
Yeah. I woke up and my eyes were so tired.
I woke up and I did not know where I was.
But I guess that's going out. Yeah, that's
what's going out in your 20s. Party life. I feel like going out in your 20s isn't what it used to be, because now we're 20 and we're like, my sides hurt.
Yeah,
and
I think
that's just the way of the world. So,
yeah.
To going out more.
To going out more.
Cheers. Okay. Anyways, where do you think we'll be in 5 years?
Is this an interview? Are we prepping for my job search?
We're prepping you for your job search.
5 years.
In 5 years, you will be.
Everyone says they want to have their own business, which I mean.
In 5 years, how old will you be?
29.
Okay, so
thank God I'm not going to be 30 in 5 years.
Thank God. But what if I ask you about 6 years?
In my job interview, when people be like, "What do you see yourself in 5 years?"
You
not
start 30. Crying. Convulsing.
Yeah, internalizing like my fear of like death and like getting old.
30 is the new 20 though.
That's what they say. I think that's what we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better.
Tell myself. I'll see in 6 years.
Honestly, life is so long. Like, it's actually really long.
Yeah, I feel like when people are like, "I'm 20, I'm so old," like, you're just 20. You're entering the good years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's good for us.
Yeah, these years aren't exactly so good.
Yeah.
But, have we glorified the 20s?
I think we want to glorify the 20s. Like, going out, we were like, I think that was our first taste, because we haven't really been able to go out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I never got to sing 22 as a 22-year-old.
Damn.
I had to do it when I was 24. About to turn 24.
Yeah.
Because I lost 2 years of my life.
Oh yeah, happy 2-year anniversary
of the pandemic.
Of the pandemic.
Do you remember how it started? Oh no. Do you remember how it started for us? We were in your garage. It was pouring rain.
Yeah, literally like pouring rain. And it was not even raining that
we were
early.
Eating Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Yeah. I was hosting a hangout.
You were hosting a hangout
with 2 of our other friends.
Yes.
And we were just like having a good time. And
because honestly, we were like, we don't know when we'll be able to do this.
Yes. And I had an inkling that like the pandemic was gonna happen soon, so that's why I was like, we have to do this now. Yeah. We have to hang out now.
We kind of did it just because we have all this free time, but I think we also had an inkling that's like, I don't know when we'll see each other again.
Yeah. We were kind of observing like what was happening around the world. And then we had this final hangout in my garage,
which we did not know.
Yeah, and then literally, was it that same night?
That same night, because our I remember our parents were like, where are you guys?
Where are you guys? The pandemic's starting.
Yeah, and your mom bought a chicken that day.
Yeah, she bought a chicken. Like a live chicken? Oh yeah.
She showed it to us.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Is it dead now?
I don't remember that part.
Is it? We'll
talk about that later.
Chicken noodle soup?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Anyways.
But yeah, I remember 2 years ago.
We went off the rails.
2 years ago, we were 2 years younger, and we were just finding out that we were about to get ourselves into this
our lives would never be the same.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I think the pandemic has affected our lives in so many different ways, both negatively and I guess positively.
Positively?
Yeah, there's some growth that's occurred out of it.
Yeah, there's some growth. But the reason why I'm saying, like, where do you think you'll be in 5 years is because, like, I think people in our age are thinking about, like, marriage, buying a house, having kids. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely had a little existential crisis during the pandemic.
Do you think because your sister is having a kid and living, like, the American dream, perfect picket fence, do you ever like think about it?
Gosh, if I were to be honest, no, just because I've been so stressed from my current job that
you're so preoccupied with it.
I honestly feel kind of bad because I mean my sister's having a kid and like it's gonna be like the first like my parents are gonna be
the
like
new generation.
Yes.
Yeah,
like my parents will be grandparents. I'm gonna be an uncle. My sister's gonna be a mom.
Yeah,
and I feel like, I mean, God, that's why I'm quitting this job too, because I want my life back. But I have had that passing thought of like,
where am I gonna be?
Yeah, where am I gonna be? Because I'm 24, and not to like, I mean, I'm not.
Not to toot my own horn.
I'm not stigmatizing like living with your parents, but I'm 24. I'm living with my parents. I'm in a good spot, like. I guess like financially, like I'm not like on the streets or like I'm not struggling to pay rent, which is what I'm happy for. But I do wonder and kind of fantasize like I was on Zillow. I remember for a couple of days I've been scrolling through Zillow.
It's very fun to scroll through Zillow.
Yeah, and also kind of depressing because I feel I realize
like,
that
I'm never gonna have a house.
yeah, here at least. And I don't know if I want to move like somewhere else in the States, because if it's cheaper somewhere else, I don't know if I want to leave California. So that's in terms of like the house part. In terms of the marriage part, dude, I don't even have a freaking partner like to begin with. So, and not to say that I won't, and not to close that door of like possible relationships.
Because you never know. Let's check Hinge right now. I'm just kidding.
We should have a segment of going
on Hinge and like criticizing and then playing voice notes.
I like that. We'll write that down.
All right, perfect. I love it.
But what was I gonna say? You know, I think marriage is important, like if you really care about having like a bond with someone lifelong, and also like financially, because if you have two people who are married, that's double income. Yeah. And you can work together and you can live under the same roof and save money and like start a family. Like I think that's like really what's so cool about like marriage and just making it like official, rather than just having like dates every now and then or having a like a boyfriend or a girlfriend like every now and then. But I mean, for me, the pandemic really turned me off. Like
with all that.
Yes, okay. I I think like sexually, like I've been really like turned off because it's like I'm so used to not seeing people now. Like I'm just not attracted to people right now. So that's why I'm like really proud like that we were able to go out for a Taylor night, because it's like putting my foot out the door and like stepping out for once since the pandemic. What?
No, keep going.
What?
Yeah,
What? Because people meet people like at clubs and like at bars and stuff.
I really like that, like going out and like meeting someone naturally, but I don't know if that'll ever happen because of like.
Oh, why?
Because of the pandemic, first of all, and like second of all, I feel like people are very closed off in general. Like I'm a very people person.
Yeah, you are.
But it's hard to find like someone who reciprocates that energy and like also starts talking to you.
Yeah. And have you learned that through like experience?
Yes. Like I would say a joke at the line at Smart and Final, and they wouldn't like reciprocate, and they'd be like, okay, this person obviously doesn't want to talk.
Yeah. It's like everyone, I don't know if that's local to where we live here in Southern California.
That's true.
I mean, I am curious to see if that phenomenon is exhibited in other places. It's like here, people I feel, especially like our generations, are really individualistic.
That's what I'm saying.
Independent. Every man for themselves, every woman for themselves, kind of thing. I remember I feel like there's still like a sentiment of like, fuck men, like men are trash. Because some men are generally
men are trash.
And not to be misandrist.
Misogynist? Is that what you're trying
That's
to
for
say?
women, but for men.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard it.
I think it's misandrist.
Oh, okay.
But literally, I think that can also turn people away from like relationships of being hurt.
I don't know.
But even for you, it's just not even like to that point of in the relationship. It's like before the relationship, before, just connecting with people is a challenge.
I think it's kind of like I don't want to connect with men because like I know how they are, and like they're probably all the same, and like things like that.
Yeah. And I mean that's just you kind of putting up your defenses because you know what's happened before.
True.
Would you like maybe like lower the defenses and someday like maybe open yourself up to that?
Like perch up and look at it. Yeah. But I still keep it a little up.
Yeah. I think that's something that I'm noticing as we're getting older. Like we start to become.
But it's like we're not getting any younger, so it's like
no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall. I don't know when my sister met her husband, but definitely in their like mid-20s. I want to say.
See?
So
and where are we?
We're not even. We're kind of in our mid-20s.
We're entering our mid-20s.
Yeah. So we're not even at mid-20s.
Oh,
yet.
So
we're
what
still
you're
so
saying
young.
is like we're gonna meet the one in a year or two.
I hope so. When employers ask me what my 5-year plan is, I'm like, I hope to have a relationship.
And they're like, about the job.
Yeah. I'm like, I hope I find someone. I just imagine myself at like a table, like with an interview or like a Zoom interview or something, and like,
anyways.
Kids. So, for me, I don't want kids. I mean. I know if I do end up having a kid, like if that ends up happening, then I'll probably like be grateful for it and enjoy like that experience.
Yeah.
But right now,
and I think it's also because like we're so young that it's not even a thought in our mind.
Yeah, it hasn't even grazed me.
No.
And it's not a concern of mine either. I'm trying to survive on my own.
Yeah, it's like right now we're just thinking about ourselves.
Yeah, and I have a dog. So she's kind of my baby.
I've never heard you say that.
What? That my dog is like
your baby?
Okay, she's like a child. Does that sound better?
I thought she was just like your sister or something. I thought you treated her like a sister.
I don't know why that's weird. I find that weird. Treating your dog as not your children but your sibling.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't know. I've never had a happy family. Aww. Just kidding.
Do you want kids? Like, is that in your plan?
Because I don't have like the perfect family, I'm kind of like weary about that. Like, if I didn't have the perfect, I had a good example of a parent, but I didn't have the perfect parent, and I'm kind of like, I don't even know if I should have kids.
And you don't think you can separate yourself from that?
See, and that's why I kind of think about having kids, because I want to separate myself from that. I want to, like, have a kid to, like, have the apple fall far from the tree.
Yeah, throw the apple.
Throw the
Yeet
apple.
the apple.
Yes. But yeah.
Yeetus the fetus. But in a good way.
In a good way.
That's really meaningful. And
but also marriage, I'm like, the concept of marriage is like, I don't know if I can do that.
Commit to a life relationship.
Commit to anything.
A lifelong relationship.
Yeah, but I'm very like.
What are some things that you have committed to that you're still committed to?
I mean, this.
Ooh. Aw.
I can't believe I'm still here.
Yeah, what episode are we on? Like
I can't. No. I didn't mean this. I meant this.
Oh. What?
That I get into your car willingly.
You know what? Yeah, and I'm still surprised that I'm still committed to picking you up and asking you to hang out.
Are we having like
argument? No.
I'm joking. No, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm joking too. Sorry,
we've
created a lot of attention. Tension. You can't.
I thought you meant attention. I'm like, is there an audience forming?
You can't spell attention without tension.
Woo!
I
don't know what we're talking about. We
obviously
don't know what we're talking about because we're so young and we don't know anything about marriage, house, and kids.
See, and that's the thing. Like, when we're in our mid-30s, are we still gonna say, "I don't know what I'm doing"?
I feel like at some point we need to have like an idea, because we can't always be like, "I don't know what I'm doing." But also, like, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but damn, it sounds kind of immature.
Like, being unsure of what you want, but also being sure. Like, being on the fence of it. It's like, I do want this, but also, like, I'm scared. And, like, it's natural to be scared.
And it's totally fine to be scared. It is natural to be scared.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, hopefully we develop like those.
We develop our brains,
our prefrontal cortexes. So I mean, I know maybe like you don't. Maybe there's no like optimism of getting married and having kids, but like objectively, like is that your plan?
I mean, sure, if it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it comes to you.
Yeah.
Would you chase it or no?
No, I would never chase it, because I feel like if you chase something, you're never going to come with a good outcome. Yeah.
That's true. Because the thing that you're chasing is probably running away from you.
Exactly. Like, why are you trying so hard to chase it if it's not going to happen for you?
Wow, it's deep.
Oof.
It's deep. But
ouchie.
Yeah, I definitely, I know for a fact, and I just asked from talking with people who have kids or are having kids, like, once, like, your baby mama's pregnant, like, your life changes.
Yeah, you have to pay child support now. Or sometimes if you, like, take on a kid.
And even if you don't pay child support, you provide the child support. Like, like, I can't imagine.
I want to be in a room where there's like a parent in our age.
Oh.
I want to be in a room.
Like a 23, 24-year-old parent?
Yeah, because I have seen maybe one person, and I'm like, is that what it's like to have kids? And I think that's why I'm so skeptical of the idea of, like, having kids and being married so young. Mm-hmm. So I want to see, like, multiple examples so I can get that image out of my head.
Why? Because is that current example that you've seen, is it not a good example?
No. And that's why I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah, and I honestly, and this is just my opinion, but I don't think having a kids in our early 20s is a good idea.
Some people are made out for it, but some people are not, and that's why I want to, like, find the person.
Yeah, and I mean, again, 5 years from now, we're not going to be 23 or 24. We're going to be approaching 30. So we'll probably have, different mindsets and
Sorry.
I'm going to throw up.
Ew! I'm sorry.
When you see people throw up, does it make you throw up?
I saw someone throw up this week. Twice.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
And I'm surprised that I didn't break. I think I would have.
Yeah. Did it smell?
No, it didn't. I'm very lucky that it didn't smell. But I heard the motions. Yeah.
What do you call that? Gagging?
Gagging. I told you I gagged when I was just like having a conversation with myself. I think I have anemia.
Wow, that's a shame. I'm glad you didn't throw up. I hate throwing up.
See, Ben, that's why I don't know if I can have kids, because like what if my kid like throws up? The
kid's definitely gonna throw up. The kid's definitely gonna throw up all over you. Ew. Yeah, I don't want kids anymore if that's gonna happen.
Okay.
I mean, you can adopt.
But then, adopt them like after they all went through like their phase.
After they went through all the trauma.
Yeah. After they went on through the trauma by themselves, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Like, okay, I'll take you.
I'll take that one.
I think it's pretty strict, like interviewing, and like they have to really screen you for
adoption. Do they still do that with dogs? I heard it's like hard.
When I adopted my dog, there was no interview. She just gave it to us.
They just like came to my front door and gave it to me.
They just had to spay her and.
You did it
shots.
legally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it through the shelter.
Okay.
Why? Some people adopt illegally?
I feel like some people just like, my dog had puppies. Here you go.
Yeah, right? Is that illegal?
I mean, that's not.
Is that
because like I think like there's so many laws in the United States of America.
Puppy trafficking? Sorry, I'm like,
we're going off topic. Anyways, general consensus. Do you see that happening for yourself in the future?
Marriage, house, and kids. At least a house. But imagine working.
Imagine buying a house and having to share it.
I was gonna say the opposite. Imagine buying a house and being alone. Like, I don't know. Like, right? Like, okay, God. let's say I did not go for marriage because I'm so independent and so better than everyone and above everyone, and like I'm gonna be living in a house like with like what, like a Tesla and like a rich and like by myself. Like that's sad. It's kind of sad.
I feel like life should be shared.
Yeah. Damn.
But fuck kids.
Okay, so maybe the marriage and the house is fine, but maybe when the kids part, I'll probably have pets still. So.
Yeah, because you can't get pregnant.
Thanks for stating the obvious.
Don't worry. I'm here to reality check you. Anyways. We're cutting. Are you in your reputation era?
Sorry, what?
Are you in your reputation era?
It's funny because the DJ asked us that. He was like,
"It's so cringy how he said it." He's like, "Here, I'm the DJ." Yeah, is anyone in their reputation era?
Sorry, that's just so funny because
he's white.
It was so cringe. A lot of his things that he did were cringe. Mm-hmm. He is cringe.
His name was Michael.
Yeah, and DJ Michael
matches. I don't trust Michaels.
I'm just gonna leave like the impression that you made like as it is because that was amazing. That was like actually on point, and
because he would have said it like, "This goes out to anyone who's in there," and then he like raises the volume. Reputation era, and goes.
Oh my gosh. Audio listeners, are you good?
There's an explosion.
We literally just heard like a firework or some sort.
Anyways, keep going before war comes.
Sorry, wait, yeah, reputation era. Am I in my reputation era? No, I'm past that. I don't think I have enemies. I don't think I'm trying to squash any beef.
Do you believe in karma?
Oh.
Like, do you think those priests last night at Pizza Press will they repent their sins and will they get what's coming for them because they ate meat on a Lent Friday?
Everyone's probably so confused about what you're saying right now. I think that's like religious karma. That's like because like I mean, there's probably got to be some biblical narrative or like
we saw an army of priests at Pizza Press.
Literally, because there's like a
there was more than 10.
There's like a priest convention.
There was more than 10.
Oh yeah, almost 20.
And I think they were eyeing you because you're gay.
Like they wanted to hit it, or like
no. I mean, some priests do that. But I think they're like, they noticed you're a sinful cinnamon. You're oh, and in Spanish, this is called se le dobla la manita.
Se le dobla la manita?
Yeah, it's like, oh, his wrist bends.
His wrist bends. The bend of the wrist.
He's a wrist bender.
I'm a firebender. That's so funny. Where were we going? Oh, reputation, and then karma. Like, there's definitely like people who believe in karma. I believe in good karma, especially. That's what I'm leaning towards recently. Of like, if I do something good, then I'll get something good in return. Or like what you put in is what you get.
So why didn't you give that little girl money?
Excuse you, I didn't have cash on me. And even if I did have cash, I would have not have given it to her because I'm...
Good karma.
What would happen if I give this girl money? Like, okay, sorry.
The world would change.
I don't know if I have, like, a really messed up view of karma, but, like, it's definitely, like, I definitely want to reflect back me. Like, I'm doing something good because I hope something good will happen to me. Not because I'm selfless, unfortunately.
Okay.
No. And also bad karma. Sometimes I do wish, like, sometimes when I used to drive and I used to get, like, a lot of road rage.
That Nissan better get hit.
Yes. And
it's always the Nissan.
And that's kind of mean and, like, almost, like, evil to think that of other people. But, like, I'm just saying, if he happened to get in an accident because he was recklessly driving and cutting people off.
And he happened to be a Nissan.
Yep. Then so be it. Let the Nissan.
Let the Nissan.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about karma?
I really do hope... I feel like the world will work out where people get what they deserve. In a good way and a bad way.
We're kind of diving into philosophy here because some philosophy theories are like, is there like a certain
Did you ever
amount?
take a philosophy class?
I did.
I always wanted to, and I never had the opportunity.
Maybe you should.
How the fuck am I going to do it? Go back to school?
Anyways, some philosophy theories are like there's an amount of karma.
I got it.
It's got to equalize.
I go to campus and I just like scour. I just scour for his philosophy class.
Yeah, and just join in.
Yeah, I find a random person and I'm like, do you know if philosophy 420 starts in like 5 minutes, and then I do it
and just sit in.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then I butt in, and they're like, "You're getting an F."
I mean, if it's a big class like lecture hall, you'll be fine. But yeah, there's this philosophy theory that's like it's playing to what you're saying of like it'll equalize. Like there's an amount of good and bad in the world, and eventually like we hope to equalize that and make everything like tit for tat kind of.
Tit for tat.
So that's what you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you wish like
upon a star.
I don't know, like maybe think about like people that you've been hurt, but not to like rip this open, like open this box, but you know, just for the sake of like
let's open it.
Like, have you exhibited or observed anyone in your life like they've done something bad, maybe not to you, but maybe like your family or someone auxiliary, and then something bad happened to them, and like, ooh, how the turns have tabled.
How the turns have tabled. I'm trying to think. You see, because I don't know, because as soon as someone does something bad to me, I'm like, be gone.
Do you like do something bad to them?
Yeah, I do a witch ritual. I'm just kidding.
Like a voodoo doll?
Yeah,
you break out the voodoo dolls?
Yeah. I think, no, I don't do that because I'm like, you're going to get what you deserve. Yeah. So I really, I don't know what their outcome ever was.
So you do believe in karma?
I do believe in karma, yeah.
What I hate is like when karma doesn't work.
I know.
It's like this asshole.
And they fucking get the Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you didn't fucking deserve it.
Seriously. And I'm pressed. It's like all the people who bullied me in like high school, like they're probably like successful now. I'm like, for what? Like, dude.
And for what?
Yeah.
There was last year, I remember just being like, this isn't fair. How some people were like partying it up during the worst of the pandemic. And they never got what they deserved.
And they never, like...
No.
And not, like, they deserve, like, death.
COVID.
Yes.
But it's like...
Like, bruh, like, there's people dying and, like, you're being ignorant about the fact that people are dying. Yeah, karma definitely didn't do her job.
And then that person gave my mom COVID.
Wow. See, that's unfair.
Yeah.
I think I read somewhere that the idea that we developed as humans of karma is a way to cope with things that we don't have control of. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like making an excuse to, like, again, defend ourselves by saying, like, oh, karma will do its thing. You know, it's our way of coping with, like, hey, this person's an asshole, but, you know,
take care of them.
Yeah. And maybe it doesn't, but just for our peace of mind, it's like, oh, you know, maybe hopefully the tables turn.
Yeah. I see.
And speaking of tables turning, that DJ at Taylor Swift did not even have any tables. He did not. He was not a disc jockey.
He was not.
Yeah, he had no discs to jockey.
Let me find his Instagram.
Yes. While you look that up, I just want to thank our sponsors.
Club 90s. I don't know why I'm on Google. I'm not gonna find him like that.
But I hope he gets karma. I hope that DJ gets karma.
I hope one day he gets I hope one day he like auditions for So You Think You Can DJ and he doesn't get the last. You know?
See, okay, lately again, I've been really on that track of like good karma for myself. I don't know, what do you think? Like, when you do things, like, do you find yourself doing it for what's in it for you, or like
I do, like, internally I do, like, oh, I'm doing this nice thing and I really hope a nice thing happens to me, but I'm not like, I deserve a nice thing because I did that. You see,
I think those are two different things.
So what was your question?
What was my question? Oh, it sounds like, you, like, if something good happens to you, it might be like, oh yeah, that's because I did a good thing. But I think that comes down to, like, the moral and character of someone. Like, almost like observing whether someone, you know, will open a door for you, or if someone will let you pass in front of them when you're driving, or, you know, I think that will also kind of let you be able to determine someone's character and how selfless they are.
I think that says a lot about this is a lot about their character.
Yeah.
And I think, like, now in our age, like, if you don't have a good character, then why are you still alive? You know?
That's a very Gen Z statement.
Thanks.
I like that. Yeah, and that ties all the way back to, like, who I want to be in a relationship with. Of,
exactly.
Like, I want someone who...
It always comes back to that.
To being single and lonely?
Yeah. Because I've met really shitty people.
Yeah.
Not potential suitors.
Huh?
I feel like I'm really coming back into my life right now. Like, I'm alive.
Welcome back.
Well, I don't know what I was saying. I mean, yeah, I just, yeah. I feel like if you do things because you feel like something good will come out of it and something you deserve good because you did X, Y, and Z, it says a lot about your character, and it says a lot about, like, who you are as a person.
It's almost like the people who film themselves doing acts of goodness.
Like that little girl, she wasn't filming
Yeah, she
herself.
wasn't filming herself, so I think she has
a good heart. It might get destroyed as soon as she hits puberty. But yeah, she has a good heart, and I think that's the moral of today's story, and the reason why we did this.
It's out of the goodness of our hearts.
You have to be good. I don't know where I was going with this.
Yeah. There's the good and the evil, and, you know, I know you were the devil and I was the angel in the beginning here, but we can both be angels.
When was I the devil?
When we were talking about, like,
Oh, when we were like good cop, bad cop?
Yeah, good cop, bad cop.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't mean to demonize you.
Can we go find those priests?
On our next episode, we have no idea what we're going to be talking about. So
we also had no idea what we're going to talk about today. So
yeah, I think that's every episode.
Things work out in mysterious ways because we are good people and we have good hearts.
I hope so. Well,
thanks. Eat good. Eat your vegetables. Brush your teeth. Brush your vegetables. Eat your teeth. And that's all. You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you on next episode.
If we have a next episode. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you. Okay.